Should Miguel Cabrea or Mike Trout become the MVP? If they're not in the playoffs, no. There are 12 games in the MLB season. 10 teams can make it to the playoffs, 5 on each league. If you are a player and your team does not make it to the playoffs, should you become MVP regardless? No. I mean, I understand that Miguel Cabrea is having an excellent season, as well as Mike Trout. Both of them put up numbers. But why should they be MVP if they don't make it to the playoffs? Come on now, let's be real. I mean, last year, Justin Verlander was MVP. And why was he MVP, people? Justin Verlander, to me, I'll just say this right now because I'm a Tigers fan. Justin Verlander was MVP not because he was the best pitcher in the game that season, not because he simply just won so many games. It's because he was the ace, he was the stopper. He made sure that we were going to get to the playoffs no matter what. Anytime we had a losing streak, bro, the guy was going to stop that whatever happened. Just for example, this guy was like this. I remember this one time the Tigers were in a losing streak against the Indians in Cleveland. Like, we couldn't beat them in Cleveland. And then Justin Verlander came on the mound in Cleveland and he shut everything down. Because that's how Verlander is, the MVP last year. I mean, the Cy Young is here and there, but him being MVP, he deserved it because he was the MVP, the stopper. And the Tigers made it to the playoffs last year. But this year, why should Cabrea or Mike Trout? If anything, I mean, you should have someone else that should be MVP. Well, I don't know, Derek Jeter, Adrian Beltre, Josh Hamilton, any of those players representing the AL, not Cabrea or Mike Trout. I mean, I respect, Mike Trout for doing his thing. He should be Rookie of the Year. I guarantee you that. But come on now. I mean, I know people are going to say, like, well, where would the Angels be without Mike Trout? Well, I mean, I know it's a different story, but at the same time, I mean, it seemed like Mike Trout can't do enough to get them to the playoffs. Get it? I mean, the Angels are in third place in the West Division, and they're like, 3.5 games behind I would say Orioles, but the A's, but still, they got to keep on winning. They got to keep on winning. If they don't make it to the playoffs, there's no point of Mike Trout being the MVP. He could be the Rookie of the Year, but not MVP. Come on now. And Miguel Cabrea. Now, I would admit, Miguel Cabrea is better than Mike Trout. But at the same time, the way how the Tigers are playing, that hitting is so awful. Offense is so awful. I mean, Miguel Cabrea is probably the only guy who actually takes this stuff seriously. He's the best hitter in the game. But I'm going to be real. The Tigers don't make it to the playoffs. What's the point for Miguel Cabrea to become the MVP? MVP means most valuable player to your team. Means to your team. That means you're the reason why they went to the playoffs. Justin Verlander was the reason why the Tigers went to the playoffs last year. Okay? That's what it means. Imagine if Justin Verlander was not there last year. The Tigers probably wouldn't even make it to playoffs. So if Cabrea or Trout are going to become MVP, those teams got to go to the playoffs. Plain and simple. That's all I got to say. So that's Cool J's 2 cents right there. And I know people might say that the MVP means that, it means you're the best and all that stuff, but MVP means most valuable player. That's it. All right. That's all I got to say, people. Let me know what you guys think. Contact me on Twitter, Skype me, Facebook. Y'all know what this is. And Instagram. All right. Cool J's out. Don't miss me. Should an MVP be to a player who does not make it to the playoffs regardless? Let me know. I'm out, people. Peace.